On Main Street America Wednesday, the political dust of Election Day is starting to settle after voters played their hand in the democratic process from coast to coast. But now what?
The Democrats need a huge political outreach program to Latino voters and other voters that feel neglected.
This is a closely divided nation. We've not seen any evidence that suggests we're moving away from that, and that's going to continue to be a challenge.
People thought there was a big red tide, and it was a pretty small tide.
To understand what exactly you, the voters, said, I gathered a handful of political experts today from across the country. We broke down larger trends nationally.
My immediate response is Donald who? I mean, Ron DeSantis has, won this resoundingly dominant victory in Florida. And I think it's already catapulted him to, talk of being the presidential nominee in 2024 for the Republican Party.
And what both parties need to consider moving forward, especially when it comes to states like Florida, no longer a Democratic stronghold.
Looking at what was going on in Florida, especially Miami-Dade County, Republicans are demonstrating that when it comes to turning out and appealing to many Hispanic, Latina voters, they're doing much better than they have been doing. And I think that's something worth watching as well.
While Democrats had a much better showing than expected, everyone I talked to today said to expect this in the next 2 years.
And now we're going to see things grind to a standstill.
It's just a deadlock. I mean, no movement at all. I mean, it's basically the country, the government is going to stand still.
A bright spot across the board, voter turnout. Most experts believe changes made during COVID will continue to drive record numbers of voters to the polls.
I think we're in a period where turnout's going to stay a little bit higher. And some of that is just basically it's been engineered, that they've made it as easy as they can to vote.
At the end of the day, though, voters in every community sent one clear message. We are still very much a divided nation.
So what this does open up, not a surprise to any of us, right? But is that there are lots of challenges ahead, both for elected officials and for the political parties to figure out what they're doing and how they're going to do it.
In Boston, I'm Chris Conti.